Quick, shut off. Hey, welcome to episode 5 of Origin PC Live. Let's do the damn thing.
Let's do it.
Hey guys. Welcome to this week's episode of Origin PC Live. My name is Alexis Chozelle, Jedi Apprentice here at Origin PC.
And I'm Erica Viejo, Sith Lord here at Origin PC.
Oh. Here's a quick recap for the new viewers of Origin PC Live. This is a show, alright, that we created to talk about the latest in gaming, talk about geek news, talk about what we've been playing, talk about new technologies, chat with our special guests. Speaking of which, our special guest this week is Jacob Freeman from EVGA. My man, my homeboy. You can interact with us by making comments. You can ask questions. You can tweet at us using the hashtag OriginPCLive. We have a team on standby watching and waiting for your responses. We have a segment called Ask Origin PC, which is later in the show. You can start asking questions now. We're going to take those questions and feed them to us a little bit later. I can't see it right now, but I'll see it later, I promise.
That's right. So get all those questions ready for us later on. Also, if you want to interact with the stream directly, go ahead and tag us in Twitch chat or make a comment on Facebook and or Mixer. Near the end of the show, as usual, we have a segment where you can ask us a bunch of questions, just like Alexis said. And also, we will be answering last week's post of the week. The question from last week was, the zombie apocalypse is upon us. What is your weapon of choice? Near the end of the show, again, we're going to go ahead and reveal who the winner of that post is. He or she, will be getting some swag. And one last thing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's get this show on the road, right?
Let's kick off the show. In the news, sponsored by Logitech, who gave us these fantastic C922 cameras that we're using for this.
Senpai.
Thank you, Senpai. So I'm going to open the news segments with a story about the upcoming SNES Classic. We're all very excited about this. Last Friday night, Walmart surprised fans by placing the highly anticipated SNES Classic system available for pre-order. The listing was up for about an hour before it was removed. Several people managed to secure pre-order, but rumors were rumbling that the listing might have been a mistake. Finally, on Wednesday, Walmart made it official that the listing was actually a mistake, and every single NES Classic order was canceled.
Oh my gosh.
That's the best transition we've ever done.
My God.
It's my favorite. Ouch! Walmart blames a website glitch for the sudden listing, but now the fans seeking an SNES Classic are on the edge based on last year's impossible to find NES Classic, which I couldn't even get a hold of, which sucks. Erica, what do you think about the upcoming SNES Classic? Are you excited about it? Are you going to get one? What do you think about the glitch in the system for Walmart? Bummer.
Well, no. I won't be getting one. I actually have a Raspberry Pi, so for me it's a little bit obsolete. It's a cool system, though. I mean, it's a novelty if you guys want to put it in like your game room and, you know, put it on display. You know what I mean? For the novelty of it. But I just think it's so crazy how Walmart just canceled everybody's, you know, they were just like, you know what, guys, we can't fulfill this.
Only Walmart could be like, oops, sorry.
Sorry, take your money somewhere else. We don't want it.
Do whatever you want to do with it. We don't care.
Incredible.
We're rich.
I can't believe that they wouldn't even, like, bother to replace the pre-orders or, like, reopen the pre-orders or keep the pre-orders. I mean, it's not my fault.
I think I'm on the same boat as you as far as getting it. If I had the NES Classic, I'd probably go after this one just so I can, like, be like, oh, I have all of them, you know? But I didn't get the NES Classic. Yeah, I didn't get the NES Classic, and buying one on anywhere right now is silly.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Have you seen that? How they flip them?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Too much.
We don't.
Too much.
So I'm not down. I'm not game. I wish I could. But, like, yeah, emulators are the way to go. Like, why?
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Earlier this week, we have some more news.
This is
Microsoft, this one is sad. I mean, I almost teared up a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Earlier this week, Microsoft sent the collective PC community into a whirlwind with the news that MS Paint would be removed in the next version of Windows 10. Needless to say, this made a lot of people unhappy. I have never seen so many Twitter conversations over, you know, one program or something like that just ending out of nowhere, which isn't really out of nowhere, but, I mean, it's been around for quite a while. So yeah, I mean, there was tweets, images were posted, blog posts even were written, and obituaries were prepared for everyone's favorite Windows image editor. Where else will we make our memes and our bad image edits, I guess? That's where it all started. Making stick figures battle to death, making the little clouds in the sky, doing the little sun in the corner. I know you guys all did that. Thankfully, Microsoft cleared the air this week as well with the news that MS Paint wouldn't be killed off after all. While it won't be part of the core install of the next version of Windows 10, it will have a new home in the Windows 10 store for users to happily download. Alexis, what do you think about this, man? Did it hit you in the nostalgic feels?
I'm bummed out, dude.
Oh, no, don't cry. It's okay. They're there.
Look,
okay.
MS Paint is like the first thing I ever played on a computer, I think.
That like, Space
before, I was like, oh, you could draw, and I was making shapes. And that's my little kid boy. Yes, and filling in the shapes and making stick figures. And yeah, true. I use it. I use it for quick little funny meme images that I want to create, like when I don't want to load up a actual image editor.
Yeah.
So it's sad. I mean, I guess I understand its reason for going. We're updating the new times. I mean, it's not going to be gone forever, right? It's just not going to be part of the core install.
Yeah. So they're going to put it in the store, and I mean, if you want it, you can download it. But with so many other editors now that are better.
I feel like little children are going to miss out on being able to, like, what's in my computer? What's in my mom and dad's computer?
I don't think that kids these days do that. I think they go immediately into PUBG and call it a day.
They go on their tablets and spend hundreds of their parents' dollars on Candy Crush.
Oh my God, yes.
That's probably what they do.
That's terrible. That's so terrible.
100%.
100.
All right, next news.
This is cool.
Yeah. You've been asking about it for weeks.
Finally.
But it's finally arrived. We're taking orders for AMD Ryzen Threadripper CPUs in our Millennium and Genesis systems. We're offering both Threadripper offerings, including the 1950X with 16 cores and 32 threads, and the 12 cores and 24 threads. We're super excited to finally offer this AMD CPU to you guys and can't wait for you to get your hands on it. Erica, what do you think about Threadripper and the fact we're now offering it on our site?
I think it's pretty dope. It's going to be great. It's not a gaming chip, but it does everything else. Yeah. So if you're a dual PC streamer or somebody that edits, this is going to be the thing for you. It is
if you're rendering videos, editing photos, whatever it might be, this is the CPU to go for.
Yeah.
It's a beast.
And it's not that pricey. I thought it was going to be way more expensive for what it does, the cores that it offers.
I think that's what the biggest excitement behind this was. Not only is AMD coming out with a crazy multi-core CPU, but the price points are...
It's pretty good. I mean, if I had a use for it, I'd totally buy one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Oh, man.
Pretty excited stuff.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. That's pretty cool. I'm glad we finally offered it.
Congratulations to AMD for finally releasing this. It's pretty cool. Pretty good on them, because I know they've had this in the works for quite some time, and it's finally here. It's finally
arrived. Best rep either, for certain things, but now, they're stepping it up.
They got this. They got Vega on the way. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be really exciting. It's an exciting year for AMD. I'm very happy for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now, on to some geek news. Erica, you want to kick it off?
Yeah. So, San Diego Comic-Con has come and went. It left behind so much stuff. So much stuff. I can't even get through all the stuff. I can't swim through the stuff. It's too much stuff. We got several new trailers and sneak peeks, hints, and future movies and TV shows, and of course, a leaked trailer. As usual, every year we get them. The Marvel panel made lots of buzz about several of its upcoming movies, but the Black Panther... I can't talk today, guys. It's that time. The Black Panther footage apparently brought down the house. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard all about it on Twitter. The actors at the Q&A reportedly hadn't seen the footage either, and were just as excited as the crowd when it was shown, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they didn't get upset or anything like that. Awesome. Yeah. In other news, Stranger Things Season 2 also got a full-length trailer set to a remix of Michael Jackson's Thriller. So besides that being super rad, it showed off what's to expect in the next season, and I'm super pumped. I really love horror shows. I love anything that they throw sci-fi into it as well. So Stranger Things Season 1 was my binge show. I watched it at least 3 times, and I'm just super stoked for it to come out. If you haven't seen the new trailer, I'm pretty sure you can find it on Twitter. It's really awesome, so I encourage you to look at it. Check it out. And last but not least... Let's see, what started filming prior to Comic-Con, as you all have probably seen by now. It made headlines all over the place. It made waves on the internet. The trailer for Ready Player One. It's just so cool. It was so rad. It gave me that nostalgic feel. Ready Player One is being adapted by Steven Spielberg. The trailer, if you haven't seen it yet, it's loaded with references. You get a ton of the buzz from fans of the book, and just viewers in general are totally digging it. I dig it. I love 80s things, and just to take it a step into that world, but augment it to the future, I think is pretty dope. What do you think, Alexis? I mean, Comic-Con has just one too many releases to dive into. What do you feel on that?
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty rad. Comic-Con this year was...
It was
insane.
Awesome, dude.
It was insane. I'll touch on every subject you hit. So the Black Panther thing, it was really cool to see. Really cool to see the cast react to the trailer because they were like almost in tears and they were really happy.
I thought they were gonna be mad, but they weren't.
No, it was awesome. That was really cool.
It's like, my movie hasn't come out yet. How are you gonna leak some footage that I haven't even seen?
Yeah, that was cool.
I'd be in my feels.
But it was great to see their reaction to it. What else was it? Stranger Things.
Man,
I'm on the same boat. Season 1 was amazing. It was just this cool, gritty, like 80s feeling, crazy movie.
It's the
and
80s
it was really
vibe.
cool.
I think that little
Sold
tinge
me,
of the
yeah.
80s. It's so good. It makes it so much better.
I don't think you mentioned this, but Westworld showing off a sneak peek of season 2.
Oh, that's right, Westworld.
Was rad.
That's right.
Westworld was a great season 1. Really excited to see what season 2 comes to hold. I think it's still a ways away. It's not going to come out till
so I can binge it and I'll still be fine?
2018. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
It's not coming out to 2018. I think they might have just started filming, which is why they showed some stuff.
Oh, nice.
And Ready Player One.
Dude.
What in the world? That was the coolest thing.
Dude.
I wasn't expecting it. I've been anticipating the movie forever. I love the book. I've read the book 3 times. I've listened to it on audio tape. It's amazing. It's such an amazing book. I remember when I first got it was when Loot Crate first came out. I think it was part of like the second Loot Crate.
Right.
Got the book and I'm like, oh, what's this about? Neat. I got a book for free. Let me just read it. It was one of the best. It's my favorite book right now. Like, it's one of the best books I've ever read. It's such a cool feeling story. It's a story about a kid that goes into this VR world. Well, everybody in the society is in this VR world. It has a lot of nostalgia factors. It goes back to it hits a lot on the 80s, which is my favorite era. Anything 80s.
Isn't it so good? It just puts a smile on my face.
I'm in. And the trailer came out really cool.
Sold.
They showed some race scene in the trailer, which is not part of the book. So I'm interested to see what else they have in store that's not a part of the actual paperback, and it's going to come to film. Either way, it's going to be pretty exciting.
You know what I loved, though? I love the little montages. Like, I think you saw the giant from the Iron Giant, I think it was in there.
Freddy Krueger.
The only thing I was expecting...
Freddy Krueger was in the war scene. He was attacking.
Oh, I didn't even see that. You see what I mean? Like, so my first experience with Ready Player One was actually this trailer. I'm not familiar with it, but Alexis actually, told me a little bit more behind it, what it's about and stuff like that. So I'm going to pick up the book this weekend at Barnes & Noble's because I have to read the book. But I was kind of halfway expecting Falcor to be flying through the air.
He might make an appearance. There's if you notice in the race scene, he's driving the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yes, it was so good.
It's all hooked up just like it, which is so cool that they got. Because I was worried about that reading the book and what they were going to adapt it to a movie. I was like, man, are they going to get the licensing to do everything? So far from the trailer, they've shown a ton. Then again, it is a Warner Brothers movie, so they have the licenses to a majority of the things we're probably going to see. It's going to be awesome.
I'm stoked to read it, though. I want to know what it is before I watch it.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. Cool.
So next in the news, we got some more movie news.
This is rad.
This is outside of Comic-Con. As it was announced that James Bond would be returning in theaters 2019. New York Times also reported that Daniel Craig would in fact be returning to the role, which is surprising considering that his infamous interviews promoting Spectre, where he stated he'd did he really say this? He'd rather slash his own wrists than play James Bond again. That's kind of harsh, dude.
It's a little grim.
You know what? If he doesn't want to do it, I'll do it. I mean, I'll take that paycheck. Few details were revealed about the film other than the premiere date of November 8th, 2019, and the screenwriters working on the project. Erica, are you excited to see Craig return to the Super Spy role and the return of James Bond?
That's like asking me if I like breathing. Yes, man, absolutely. I'm super stoked to see him come back, and I'm super stoked to see what they're going to do with this new James Bond movie. There's been so many over the years and so many different Bonds, but this is going to be pretty exciting. I'm just waiting, and I know guys in chat don't flame me out, and guys on Facebook don't eat me alive, but I'm waiting for that precious moment when a woman becomes James Bond.
I think it's gonna be cool.
Well, not become James Bond, but become 007.
That can totally happen,
man.
Right?
I really want to see that happen. And just to touch on spy-ish movies, Atomic Blondie, is it? That's coming out this weekend. Supposedly she's like the female James Bond, so I'm super stoked to see that. I mean, I have nothing really bad to say about James Bond. He's just great.
How could you?
I can't. In all
honesty. Next we got recent releases. Let's do it.
Great.
Got some.
So, earlier this week, Fortnite launched on early access on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. If you don't know about Fortnite, it is a co-op survival third-person action game which pits players against hordes of husks. You can build your own structures, scavenge for supplies, and rescuing survivors. The game is planned to go free to play in 2018, but you can get started with this paid early access period right now.
Right now.
Look at it, it's so dope. I haven't played it yet, but I'm super stoked to play it.
Same.
We gotta
next,
do it together.
Oh, I'm down. I'm gonna get it this weekend. Probably.
Yes.
Next, coming from the creators of Jotun, Sundered, finally released on PC and PS4. It's a beautiful, hand-drawn game where you explore a ruined world and choose between resisting and embracing eldritch powers. Expect to encounter hordes of enemies and staggering boss fights.
Oh, that looks so rad.
That looks awesome. We've actually worked with them on a previous show. We had our laptops powering the game, and it was really, really cool. I got to play a little bit of it. It was neat. I'm really excited to give the full game a whirl.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next, we have Pyre from the creators of Bastion and Transistor, a party-based RPG available on PC and PS4. Players take their team of 3 characters through tactical confrontations along with exploring a new world and story. I loved Bastion, so I'm holding this with high hopes. It looks so cool. Look at the artwork. It does look really neat.
No, the artwork looks amazing. I like games like this.
I do too.
It seems like just a relaxing sit back and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
No quick reflexes needed for this title. Next, you know his name. You know him and love him. We all do. Doomfist has finally arrived to all versions of Overwatch. Take advantage of his offensive melee-based abilities and shut down anyone who opposes you with the titular Doomfist. With Doomfist, now there's total of 25 heroes in Overwatch to choose from. That's a spectacular amount of heroes.
That is.
I love that this game is going in that direction of MOBAs, where they're going to keep releasing heroes, and eventually, like League. When League first came out, it had, 10 heroes, 10 champs, and now it has hundreds.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You know what I like about it,
I wonder if Overwatch is going to be like that eventually.
I like that they're not trying to money hog you and trying to charge you for, quote-unquote expansions
that's really cool.
with these characters that you have to buy them with in-game currency or something. I like that they just give this to you because you're playing their game, and he looks awesome. I'm sad amazing. Terry Crews isn't his voice, but I'll get over it. And that's it for recent releases this week. So stick around. We are actually... I can't do this today. What is wrong with me today?
That's all right.
You're making me nervous.
We'll just hang out.
It is.
We don't even have to talk anymore.
That's it. I'm just going to look at you guys. Hi.
Quick commercial break?
Yes.
Is that what you're going to say?
When we come back, we're going to be speaking to Jacob Freeman from EVGA. So stick around, stick in that chat, and we'll be back, guys.
Don't go anywhere. No. I'll chat with you in the chats right now. Cool? We'll chat together.
This is virtual reality with Origin PC. Future-proof custom PCs built to meet your virtual reality needs. PC-powered virtual reality offers more than any other VR platform. You get room-scale experiences, improved hardware tracking, and more interactivity. Your PC will need some serious power for a smooth and consistent VR experience. At Origin PC, our PCs are beyond VR ready, with powerful future-proof technology ensuring you'll have an enjoyable and smooth VR experience. Our PCs come equipped with powerful processors and the latest graphics cards that can handle over 90 frames per second for each VR screen. With Origin PC desktops, you can customize a system with multiple graphics cards and fast processors that can run VR software and hardware without system lag. From our small form factor systems that you can carry with ease to our mid-tower and full-tower systems with patented variable mounting technology, all Origin PC desktops are ready for the future of VR. Origin PC laptops are outfitted with multiple USB ports, the latest NVIDIA 10 series graphics cards, and Intel desktop processors, allowing you to set up VR anywhere you go. You can customize your PC with custom paint, hardline liquid cooling, and RGB lighting to match your own personal style. All Origin PC systems are backed with free lifetime 24/7 US-based support and come with free lifetime labor on any system upgrades. Virtual reality with Origin PC means you're more than VR ready. You're ready for the future.
New guest, who dis?
I love how you voice that over every time. That's not
Call
part
me
of
for
the
your
thing.
voiceovers, guys. Blizzard.
She just does it. Welcome back, friends. It's time to chat with Jacob Freeman from EVGA. He's the product manager at EVGA, who's up to several cool projects involving PC hardware. You can find Jacob on Twitter, showing off EVGA's latest offerings, including the latest GPUs and hardware. How's it going, my man, Jacob?
Welcome.
What's up, man? How's it going? Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for being here. I'm very, very excited to have you on, dude. I wanted to have you on for a while, and now you're here, and it's great.
I'm here.
So, first, let's start off. Can you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell us a little bit about what you do at EVGA.
Sure. My name is Jacob. Yeah, that's my Twitter up there, I guess, that you're pointing to.
This one.
I'm a product manager at EVGA. Been with the company, let's see, like 11 and a half years.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So what that entails is basically any new products that we have coming out. I'm working on those. Also working with our engineering teams. Also existing products. Also some marketing stuff, I guess you could say, like doing live streams and attending trade shows, things like that.
Awesome.
yeah, you do. Those are awesome live streams.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty rewarding at times, a lot of fun, and again, thanks for having me on.
Sure, man.
Oh man, it's definitely a pleasure. Hi, Jacob. This is actually my first time meeting Jacob. I'm Erica. Very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming.
Likewise. Thank you.
So my basic question is, Jacob, to start off, what's new on the horizon for EVGA? Is there any juicy details that you can give me?
Man, there's always stuff that we're working on. So let's see. We just came back from Computex.
Oh, that's right.
About a month or so ago, and for those who don't know, Computex is a pretty big trade show in Taiwan, which focuses on PC hardware. So we came back from that. We showed off some new stuff. We have a new case line that we're working on. We also have new power supplies coming out all the time. We just launched the Kingpin Edition graphics card as well, which is our highest end 1080 Ti offering, which is pretty cool. Designed really for like the extreme.
It's a beast.
So yeah, among other things, that's kind of what we've been working on these days. Also, working on PAX as well.
Ooh, exciting!
I'll be there.
I know you'll be there. Yeah,
we'll be on your show.
Yeah, so we are so last PAX East, we did a all-day live stream, which is actually pretty challenging to do with the internet capabilities at the show usually, but we managed to pull it off. So this year we're going a little bit bigger, so looking forward to that. So I'm trying to put together the schedule. Going to have guests on there, giveaways, all kinds of good stuff as well.
Sweet,
so.
man. I can't wait to see what you guys got cooked up this year.
I'm so jealous.
It was awesome. It was awesome being there last year. And yeah, for those that don't know what he's talking about the internet capabilities at trade shows, it's absolutely horrible.
I mean, did you guys see what happened at DreamHack though?
Yeah.
The internet was literally out for an entire day.
Yeah, it's and that's how it is at pretty much every event. And it's just the amount of people there. First of all, clogging up the lines.
Connectivity just.
And it's just
yeah.
it's horrible.
So basically, we have a 3 megabit line up and down. And
ooh, that's good. That'll do.
It's like okay to stream most of the time, but every once in a while, you know, it's a little bit, you know, glitchy. So, you know, we'll just have to do the best that we can.
Power through it, man.
Yep.
So you were talking about the Kingpin that you guys just launched it. What's your favorite GPU from your lineup? Do you have one, or are all of them your children and you just love them equally?
I don't like to discriminate. No. Let's
We
see.
won't
You
tell.
mean like of all time or the current?
Yeah, let's go of all time.
Of all time, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that is a really tricky question.
You can do this. I believe in you.
I believe.
Of all time, let's see. You know what? Honestly, I would pick something on the current line. I think, you know, we've done a lot. We made a lot of improvements to the cooling capabilities, and some of the features that we have are a pretty, you know, somewhat revolutionary in the graphics card cooling space with ICX technology and things like that, which we weren't doing before. So I think out of all the cards that we've ever launched, I think that if I had to pick one, I would say, you know, like a 1080 Ti FTW3.
I think that's just about everybody's favorite at this point.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a silly
beast,
question.
man.
It is. It's awesome. For gamers, I mean, that's like the gamer dream card.
I don't know
right
how
there.
they're gonna outdo it. Like, I always place bets on how you guys are gonna outdo yourselves every year. Like, how are you going to do it?
You know, it's the thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of been you know, our goal certainly is to make improvements on every single generation of product, and I think this specifically 1080 Ti, we made the biggest jumps in terms of like adding more thermal sensors on the board and having asynchronous fans, things like that. I think which are really neat that we you know, we never had the capability to do before.
Yeah.
No, it's totally rad. Totally rad.
So sticking on to the GPU line, with the rise of esports, why are GPUs so important for professional gamers and esports in general?
Educate our
Yes.
young minds.
So I think when it comes to esports, the frame rate, and especially now that we have displays that have a lot higher refresh rates.
Right.
You know, tying in the refresh rate and things like G-Sync, which can really give you the most accurate response time, things like that, which is really important for esports. And maintaining 120 hertz, you know, those things I think are probably the most important to esports gamers. You know, especially now we have like 144 hertz displays. So being able to have a graphics card that can output that, I think, is really important. And you know, when it comes to a gaming PC, the thing that will affect the performance the most when it comes to games is certainly the graphics card.
For sure. For sure. I can totally agree. Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah.
I think without the GPUs, they're nothing really, honestly. I mean, like, the
Well,
GPUs
you know,
just help so
it's what
much.
he's saying. The higher frame rates, the higher refresh rates, they
Yeah.
need the GPUs to be capable
Yeah.
of getting those
Right.
sick headshots.
That's right.
Yeah.
360
Yeah,
no-scope.
And when it comes to esports players, you know, they're not necessarily, you know, they have different set of requirements as
Right.
opposed to like your everyday gamer who wants 4K and 8x multi-sampling. You know, a lot of esports gamers usually turn down graphic settings because they want the highest frame rate possible. So obviously a higher, faster, and better performing graphics card will give you
Yeah, for
both
sure.
of those.
For sure. So we just saw that you guys launched your anniversary scavenger hunt. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how people can participate?
Yeah, sure. So if you go to EVGA/18, it's our 18th anniversary. We're giving away like $65,000 worth
All
of
the
prizes,
things.
and it includes full systems.
One of our
a big thank
systems.
you- Yeah, a big thank you to Origin PC for chipping in and helping with our anniversary as well. I mean,
course.
we're giving away systems. We have hardware to give away, all kinds of good stuff, and
So
there's a
rad.
lot of ways to enter as well. So for example, we have one of them is a YouTube commercial contest. You need to create a 60-second commercial for EVGA, and then you can we'll pick a winner at the end. There's also a shadow. Yeah, sure. There's also a shadow play contest where if you guys aren't familiar with shadow play, you can it's a NVIDIA technology built into GeForce Experience, which can record gameplay footage. So basically, you just upload a clip of your favorite clip of your gameplay footage, and we'll be picking one of those as well. And I mean, there's a lot of ways to enter, a lot of ways to win. So it's pretty exciting.
So someone's asking if you got any tips on the commercial entry for those who are video editing illiterate or camera shy. It's from Max Bunny.
Oh, be yourself, Bunny.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's no really specific requirements for it. If you're camera shy, you don't necessarily need to be on camera. It just needs to be a 60-second commercial. It can be funny. It can be whatever you find entertaining, and that's kind of the rules for it. No real specific requirements. But again, if you don't have any editing skills or anything like that, I mean, there's plenty of other ways to win that don't require that. And we also have a wallpaper contest. You can create a wallpaper.
Oh, that's so rad. You guys have really branched out and given people like so many opportunities to win something. That's so rad, man.
Yeah. So this is kind of a yearly event for us. So yeah, good times.
Good times.
So I've got a question that I have much interest in. There's been a huge rise in popularity with digital currency mining. For those that don't know what that is, it's mining for Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc., all the other ones. This is causing a huge GPU shortage that's been just industry-wide, and it's leaving some gamers confused as to what's going on. Do you have any opinions on this, or is there anything you can discuss about that?
Yeah, so I think it's no secret that specifically Ethereum mining has grown in popularity. It's really hard to predict the future of it, whether it remains profitable, etc., for people to do. Certainly right now, it seems to be still a popular way. GTX 1060, 1070, as it turns out, are pretty good for GPU compute type applications, which Ethereum mining happens to be. From EVGA side, we just want to make sure that for us, the number one importance is making sure that gamers have access to the cards.
Right.
As these cards were designed for gaming, and I think the GTX 1060 and 1070 are great cards for, especially at the price points for gamers.
For 1080p gaming, they're phenomenal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So from our side, we've just been trying to increase the supply, making sure that gamers have access to the cards at affordable price points, and I mean that's kind of been the focus from our side.
Excellent.
In other words, miners, get your hands off my 1070.
Leave us gamers alone.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, nothing against, mining or doing that kind of thing, but, we just want to make sure that there's enough supply that people can buy the card and get the benefits at, the $200 price point where the card is.
Yeah, for sure.
Supposed to be at, so.
I want to circle back real quick on the scavenger hunt. Naughty Moroku wanted to ask, on the Shadow Play event, how often do the videos get uploaded to the Shadow Play event page?
Ooh.
Actually, pretty much every day. We do have a couple of guys here who basically look over the Shadow Play, make sure they fall within the rules. There are some rules, very minor rules, like, it has to be under a certain amount of time, things like that. And they should be updated pretty much daily, and they get posted to the page so you can kind of see in real time additions.
Sweet.
Oh man. So, Jacob, let's talk a little bit more about you as a gamer. We've talked about your work stuff, but you don't want to talk about all that. So, what have you been playing lately? What's like your bread and butter right now?
You know what? I'm always kind of playing the latest games, and I just started playing Fortnite a couple of days ago. I know you guys were talking about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
It's actually a really fun game. And
Is it?
I'm quite liking it.
Oh,
It looks amazing, man. It looks really, really good.
It does look really good. It uses Unreal Engine 4, but it actually needs some pretty serious horsepower to max it out too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially at 4K. If you want to run 4K, you basically need a 1080 Ti. So.
Wow.
It looks pretty good. I mean, it is kind of like a cartoon style Team Fortress 2 type of look, but it does have some pretty nice effects under the hood.
I saw it had like crazy draw distance, and the animations are super smooth and sleek looking.
You could build a fort, right? Or was that a figment of my imagination?
It's kind of like a defend the base type deal where every night there's like a wave of zombies that come your way and it increases, gets harder and harder as time goes along. So you build your fort, you set traps, and you unlock new things as time goes along, including weapons, and then every night you just defend it.
So what you're telling me is when we play, we're bringing Jacob along so he can defend our fort, right?
I never said I was good. I just said I was
We just assume at this point.
It's the best way to describe it is kind of like a tower defense. Like if you've ever played Orcs Must Die.
Yeah.
It's similar in some ways to that. Okay. I think it's a little bit more in depth than Orcs Must Die, but it shares some similarities with that.
My body's ready. I'm so ready for that.
So I know you're a big PC gamer, dude, but what's your favorite console and why?
Ooh.
Do you even have one?
Do you play console?
I have a PS4 and I have a Switch. I think the
Nice.
Switch, honestly. If I had to pick a console, I mean, most of my gaming is done on PC.
Right.
If I had to pick a console, I would say the Switch, just because the titles on it are so unique to that platform. And, you know, if a game is on a console and a PC, I will play it on PC. And nowadays, that's like 95% of the titles that are out are available on console and PC. Switch is a little bit different story. So, and plus, you know, the portability of it, I think is a pretty neat factor as well.
That's the biggest selling point, I think, for me. Also, is the portability of the Switch, and the titles. Like you said, they're pretty much unique to the Switch, so that's pretty neat.
Right.
And they're great.
Yeah.
I mean,
they've
been
awesome.
super awesome so far.
And the fact you can just play with your friends, like you can connect via Wi-Fi with each other, like that's so cool.
Or even the LAN, like the LAN is great too.
Yeah, we were playing Mario Kart when it came out here in the office. Like 10 of us had the Switch, and we were just all connecting to each other. It was so cool. It's excellent.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of fun.
I mean, it's a little bit hard to describe until you have it, but being able to like just unhook it from the dock and then just take it on the go, I think is a really cool factor. Plus, it's powered by NVIDIA, which, you know, we all love NVIDIA as well.
What can you do?
Favoritism, maybe a little bit, whatever.
Jacob, any games you're looking forward to this year and or beyond next year, the year after that?
Let's see. So this year, certainly Destiny 2.
Yes.
I got to play it a little bit at E3.
How do you like it?
I'm so excited.
I thought it was great. You know what? I actually never, even though I have a PS4, I actually never got into Destiny 1 really. So
what?
So Destiny 2, I did finally get hands on with it, and it's a lot of fun. I really liked it a lot, and it looks really great as well.
Oh man, I'm so stoked for it. I can't wait for the beta. I'm sad that they pushed my beta out, but I'm so excited. I'm just gonna play that.
It's like end of August, right? I think.
Yeah, right, and no, mid-August.
Yeah.
Mid-August. Okay.
I don't know. I know it's far, and I'm sad, but I can't wait because I want to play it. Oh, August 29th, we got confirmation. Oh yeah, so the end of August.
So here's the question that we ask every guest.
Yeah.
Just a little toot our own horn type deal. Toot. What do you like most about PC gaming? What's your favorite thing about PC gaming?
And don't say a graphics card.
For me personally, it's the graphics capabilities. I think of the PC are just so far beyond what. I mean, even if you look at something like a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X, I mean, you know, we're still pretty much beyond where the capabilities of those consoles
for sure.
They're brand new, so and it's always evolving, always getting better, I think, which makes it pretty exciting.
I feel like that's the best piece, right? I mean, you know, with consoles you expect a certain level of performance. They usually don't go above that certain level of performance. You know, their titles are pretty much recycled every year, you know what I mean? For the most part, like the big ones, you know, Halo, Gears, and all that good stuff. But with PC, there's such a variety, I feel.
Yeah.
Not only with major AAA titles that launch, but also like the smaller ones. And I feel like we don't give too much credit to the smaller indie titles that are trying to make it out in the world. But I mean, PC gaming is just such a hub. It's such a melting pot.
There's a lot of variety.
Everything. It's cool.
Yeah, and that's a good point that you brought up about indie titles as well. I think, you know, when it comes to a platform for indie titles to publish their games, it's undoubtedly the PC is the best, especially with Steam, is the best and easiest way for most indie titles to publish their games and release betas and have.
I also feel like with the indie titles, PC gaming is a little bit more forgiving in that aspect because you have the littles and, you know, you have people that are trying to teach their kids and interact with PCs, and indie games are usually really good for that. And I feel like sometimes when they go on console, they kind of die. Like they just fizzle. Because people aren't interested. It's not Call of Duty. It's not Destiny. It's not, you know, the Division. It's not things like that. So, I mean, they're not going to play a game that's not multiplayer.
Right.
And
I'll tell you one thing though.
popping.
If there's any console that's catering to indies right now, it's the Switch for sure.
Yes.
They're doing a pretty good job at it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there is a pretty big potential for the Switch with indie titles. You know, just the fact that it's mobile, I think, is a huge.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
That's its advantage.
The key selling point of the Switch. Yeah.
Well, Jacob, man, we won't hold you back any longer. Thanks so much for being on the show. We always leave the last bit of our new guest Who Dis segment to you. Anything you want to plug? I know you got your EVGA podcast. I don't know if you're doing that today, but if there's anything you want to talk about, let us know.
Yeah. So once again, thank you guys for having me on. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully you can join again in the near future. For me, we do have a podcast coming up today. So that'll be at twitch.com or twitch.tv/Team EVGA.
Nice.
It will be at, let's see, you're East Coast, so I'll just say 6 p.m. Eastern time.
3 p.m. Pacific.
3 p.m. Pacific time, yeah.
Cool.
And,
I can catch it on the way
yeah,
home.
so we will be playing Fortnight today, so
Awesome, dude.
checking out a little bit more of that, so looking forward to that.
Look forward to watching it, man. Thanks so much again for being on. Have a great night, brother.
All right, thanks a lot.
Bye.
See ya.
That was so awesome. He's so great.
He's the best. I love Jacob.
Aw.
I love hanging out with him, too. So up next, we got our blatant plug of the week.
Plug it.
Plug it in, plug it in. All right. First, let's talk about the July back-to-school promo plus Gamer Sensei bundle with laptops.
Do it.
So, basically, you purchase a desktop or select laptops, and you get your choice of a free Sound Blaster mouse and mouse pad, or a $50 Amazon gift card, among many, many other things. As we mentioned earlier, you also have the Gamer Sensei bundle that comes with the Evo and Eon 15S.
This is
you get a $50 credit for Gamer Sensei, which is an awesome, awesome thing where basically you get trained by professional esports gamers on how to game on one of their hot titles.
Did I say this already? But I need that.
I know, it's awesome. So if you're interested in like CSGO, you'll get linked up with a professional CSGO player, and they'll give you tips and tricks. They'll watch your gameplay, tell you what to do. You get to watch their gameplay, see what they're doing. It's really, really cool. Yeah.
Okay, cool beans.
We also got custom paint. Let's talk a little bit about that. Choose to make your PC unique. One of the things that sets us apart from the rest is our custom paint options. We got a fantastic professional painter that can paint the PC to however you want it to look. You can see we got a claptrap painting there that we've done before. We've done a variety of different styles of paints. We've gotten some silly ones. We've gotten some really cool ones. But basically, whatever you want to do, we'll do it on your PC.
We'll draw you like one of the French girls.
Exactly, a little
Titanic.
motif. Yeah. Also, we mentioned it earlier, Threadripper is now available.
Yeah.
So check out originpc.com. You can see the Threadripper there on the homepage. Threadripper on the homepage. You can click it and customize your own immediately.
Hop on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Cool.
So, now it's time.
It's that time where we talk about eat, sleep, game, repeat. So if you guys are new, Eat, Sleep, Game is where we talk about games that we are playing. So Alexis, what are you eat, sleep, game, repeating?
Well, I've already mentioned Albion Online
Please
2
stop.
shows in a row. But I'm still playing, believe it or not. For those of you that know me, I do switch games quite often, but I'm still rocking on Albion Online, mostly because I've got a great group of people that I'm playing with.
He drags me along with him.
Yeah, and she's playing too, and it's going to be awesome. I'm playing that a lot this weekend. But I did purchase something new last night, which I plan on playing a lot this weekend, and that's Dark and Light for PC. I've seen Bike Man streaming it, and it looks freaking awesome.
So rad.
It's basically Ark in a fantasy...
So Ark with magic.
Ark with magic and swords and dragons and
I'm gonna
cyclopses.
buy this for the dragons. I just want a dragon. That's all.
The graphics look so cool. The progression system is awesome. Bike Man, who we had on
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks.
has not stopped ranting and raving about it. So I'm really excited to give it a whirl. It looks, like
beautiful.
I said, it looks beautiful. The combat looks pretty cool. The taming looks awesome. You can build. You have to survive. There's actual NPCs and quest lines that you can go to.
Oh, wow.
I have heard that the NPCs are killable by other players, so it could ruin your quest line. So basically, join a server amongst friends, or join a private server if you don't want to have
Don't
your
be joining closed server and thinking you're going to get away with it.
Right, exactly. What about you, Erica? What have you been repeating?
Besides Albion, because it's like the vortex that sucked up my life, And besides HOTS, because I'm a Blizzard fangirl, I've actually touched a little bit on Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles.
Cool.
Yeah. So Yonder it's just so pretty. It's just a pretty game. It's relaxing. The gist of it, you got shipped off by your ma and pa to save you. You're going to this mythical island. You don't fight in this game, which I found kind of weird, but I can see why they did it because it's more for the littles. But it's just so relaxing. You have your quest lines, of course. This is Zelda Breath of the Wild minus the attacking and the fighting. That's how I feel. It's just reskinned and more beautiful and more cartoony.
Call it Stardew of the Wild.
Or Stardew of the Wild. That's actually pretty accurate.
Stardew of the Wild Valley.
So you can tame just about every animal that you see. Little alpacas that float around, and I have a llama because I can't control myself.
Of course you do.
But it's super
You've been talking about that damn llama since you saw the trailer for this
I know.
game.
I'm
and now
shameless.
you finally have it.
It's beautiful, though, so I definitely encourage you guys to try it out. I'm not too sure on the price point. I want to say it's about between $20 to $25 on Steam.
I think it's 15. It might actually be 15.
I'm not too sure on that, so definitely check that out on Steam. And if you have little ones and you're just trying to introduce them to the gaming realm, this is actually really cool. This one and Portal Knights actually go hand in hand, in my opinion.
Portal Knights is awesome.
Yeah, but this is awesome. This is what I've been binging for the past couple of days. And I actually got confirmation it is $25, so it's not too bad. And it's just great for the kids, man. It's super fun.
All right. And up next, we got Check This Out.
Check this out. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in that box?
Also, I wanted to give a big thank you, first of all.
Oh.
This was sponsored by Elgato, but I forgot to mention the other one was sponsored by Blue. Blue Microphones supplied us. For those of you that have been complaining about our audio issues,
Stop yelling at us.
Stop yelling at us. Blue Microphone hooked us up with these fantastic microphones called the... Hold on, I have the name here somewhere.
Spark, right?
I have the name, yes. Spark.
Yeah.
I'll get it. The Blackout Spark SL from Blue Microphones. They're not out yet. They're... Can you switch to my camera real quick, Lewis? Can we do that?
They can also see a picture of this on Twitter. We tweeted it a couple of hours ago. Yeah. So, at Origin PC, for those of you guys who aren't following us, follow that.
Follow it. So they do come out in September. As you can see, the quality of the microphones is freaking beautiful, and they look damn cool.
Look at them. They're beautiful, guys.
Huh? Look at that.
Is it not like...
It's black. I love the blacked out versions that they do of their mics.
Yeah.
And the Spark's just really cool. And look, the sound sounds so lovely.
Give me some scat.
I don't know if that helped them or hurt them, me singing into the microphone. But it's there. All right, so back real quick to check this out.
Check this out.
Erica, what have you been up to?
Being a nerd.
Yeah, aside from that.
Watching Ghosts of Shepherdstown on Destination America. I am a dweeb. I believe in ghosts, guys. I watch anything that has aliens, ghosts, any hints of magic. It's just, you know how I am. I'm geeking out.
Believe in magic?
I do. But Ghosts of Shepherdstown is actually really cool. The gist of it is this team that you see before you, Nick Groff, which is the lead investigator, they're heading out to this town called Shepherdstown. I don't remember exactly where it is, but this town is just perpetually haunted. Everything is haunted there, from the library to your neighbor's bathroom. It's haunted. The show goes through different segments. They basically respond to the local sheriff's reports, and they go to the houses to investigate and try to put an end to, or some sort of rationalization behind what's going on. And usually it just goes back to the history of that town. Like, that town is really grim and dark and broody, and it has a lot of murders, a lot of mystery, and it's just a great show to binge and watch. Even if you're not into it, just give it a little shot. I believe it comes on at 10 p.m. on Tuesdays, again on Destination America. Check your local listings for that. But it has the 2 thumbs up for me. I love that show, and I love
Sounds like a drama version of Ghostbusters.
Kind of.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do they bust ghosts?
You know what? They've caught some really compelling footage. They've caught compelling audio clips. That's as far as I can say. Is it one of those, like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Well, I'm going to be that guy.
I heard a little kid laughing.
No, I feel like most of what they catch is real, and you can actually see it and hear it. There's certain circumstances where you can't hide certain things, and
I'm a sucker for those shows.
I'm a sucker for it, man. I think it's real. I think Ghost Adventures. What was that noise? Yeah, and I'm like, immediately rewind it, please. I gotta hear this.
I just felt something cold run through me. Did you guys feel that? Anyone feel that?
Did you see the shivers? Look at the shivers.
Did you hear that knock?
But you hear it though. And you see the doors opening, and then the mist, whatever. Stop making fun of me.
the dust specks going by the cameras.
No.
Those are called spirit orbs. Was it what? I love those shows too. I'm not making fun of you.
I feel so attacked.
I watch it too. I promise I watch them. So I'll tell you what I've been checking out.
What have you been looking at?
Ozark on Netflix.
What is this?
I binge watched the crap out of this show. So think of it as Breaking Bad, but with money laundering.
Ooh.
And it's freaking awesome. Jason Bateman's in it.
Oh, I
it's
love
just
him.
such a compelling story. Like it's so well done. The fact that, I mean, if it were a normal show, they'd leave you with a bunch of cliffhangers, but it's Netflix, so it's just like, oh, I want to find out what's gonna happen.
I feel like you wanted to say clickbait.
No, it's not. Cliffhangers.
It looks cool.
But it's really, really good. It's such a well done drama. It's one of those like Breaking Bad where you're just like, man, I could see myself in a situation where I have to help my family out by doing this crazy illegal thing.
Is that just
all
a Breaking
the drama
Bad also?
that,
Because I just know it's a lot of drugs and
but it started off as Walter White
That guy.
needing to fix his family life and started very small because he knew how to do chemistry and maybe I can make just a little bit of meth and
so this is
sell that
bingeable,
on
right?
the street.
Ozark?
Oh yeah, Ozark's
Okay.
bingeable. So which is, how crazy is that we live in a society where you can just binge watch to your heart's content.
I'm happy about
it's
this.
Insane.
I
It's
have
awesome.
such a busy life lately that I just don't have time to watch live TV. So Netflix has been like a godsend, honestly. I could
Super late at night and stay
everything.
up.
I miss everything.
So I hope you've been asking questions because
Oh,
up
yeah.
next is Ask Origin a PC.
Ask me things. Boop, boop. What we got today?
So our first question comes from Grobad.
Oh, this
McGregor
question.
or Mayweather? That is the real question. Fantastic question, my friend. I'm going to have to go with Mayweather. I love McGregor.
I think so.
I'm a huge fan of the UFC. I love MMA. If the roles were reversed, okay. Let me touch on that real quick.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be a long one. Get us
Mayweather. Mayweather is the best boxer of all time. He's undefeated. He's the best defensive boxer. He knows what he's doing in a boxing ring. McGregor knows how to box, yes, but he's an MMA fighter. They're not completely different. They're definitely boxing sports, but you got to think Mayweather's just been doing this for his entire life. He's been training in the boxing ring specifically for boxing. Here's the thing, though. McGregor is also a boxer. He's got a fantastic boxing skill. He's got phenomenal knockout power. He can get that lucky punch and knock Mayweather flat on his ass. So you've got to think there's a 90% chance, 95% chance that Mayweather's going to win this. There's a small, 5% chance that McGregor's going to land that lucky punch, or maybe in round 2 or round 3 land that punch and knock Mayweather out. But here's the thing, if the roles were reversed and we were seeing Mayweather go into an MMA ring, there's 100% chance that McGregor's going to win.
I mean, but
he's got
so
all
little,
the extra.
though, and so fast.
He's got all the extra weapons he could use, which are the kicks and the takedowns and jiu-jitsu and wrestling and all that stuff. But you can't do that in the boxing ring. So that's my answer. That's my 2 cents.
Okay, so I'm not that. I'm a football, basketball girl. I'm not that into MMA, unfortunately, and boxing. I'll watch it because, my coworker. I gotta watch it. But I feel personally that the hype around this and all their crap talking that they've been doing recently,
which is amazing.
It's
a show of its own.
It is a show of its own. It's just this big spectacle, and I feel like when it comes down to it, when we're talking about that fight, when that bell rings, I feel like McGregor is gonna hit Mayweather so hard that he's gonna land on his ass. Like, at least that's what I'm hoping for, right? So I'm rooting for McGregor. I'm Irish. It's just that brotherly kind of support. So I'm hoping that he puts him on his ass. I mean, if he loses, don't fight a boxer if you're not a boxer. But it's gonna be a good show, and I think that the banter is gonna be what I'm most interested in seeing.
Yeah.
Especially the post game, like afterwards.
Right.
I'm really excited to see what kind of crap they're gonna, blame it on. Oh, my shoes were slippery, or my glove was too, loose. I don't know, anything. The fight was rigged. I don't know.
So Eric Ganya from Facebook asks,
say?
I know Threadripper is up for pre-purchase. Have you had a chance to benchmark and play with it? Yes. Mm-hmm. And it's so good, man.
It is good.
They're so fast. The thermals on them are pretty top-notch, especially, AMD's been known for having kind of wonky thermals, but they really knocked it out of the park. The price point is really, really good.
It's just so spot on.
Highly recommended if you need high processing power for editing of any sort. They're phenomenal. Definitely.
I'm going to tell you, though, if, again, just because I know y'all, I know you guys, listen to me. This is not good for gaming. This is not something that you're going to,
You can game with it, though.
You can game on it, but it's not...
It's not meant for it.
It's not meant for it. So just keep that in mind. It is great, though, as your off-stream, PC. Like, if you do dual streams, like I said earlier, like, that's going to be a beast. You're never going to have to worry about anything.
And by what she means also, not good for gaming... Not good for gaming. It doesn't mean that it can't game.
I'm gonna get so much heat for that.
You can game fantastically with it, but there's no point in spending much more money thinking that you're gonna get better performance out of gaming. It's gonna give you the same performance as just like the Ryzen would or the i7 and i5s from Intel.
Yes.
You're not gonna see anything extra by having those multiple cores.
That's what I mean.
But you can. What's good about having it? Let's say you do spend. You can have a phenomenal gaming experience and also be able to edit and do video rendering and all that good stuff. So, whatever you want. It's here for you. Let's see. What games are worth getting the HTC Vive? Ooh. So there's nothing like, if you're thinking like, you need to have an HTC Vive because you need to play this game, I don't think there's anything out that's like that.
Well,
I think
the
VR's
cool. One was cool.
It's cool. That's the thing. And there's Robo Recall, which is really cool.
The Asylum one, the scary one.
Oh, there's a ton of them now. There's a ton of really scary games. But here's the thing. It's just is it worth investing in a VR machine to play those games? And not so much.
Ooh, Alexis,
it's
I'll let
really
you take
cool.
that one, though.
It's really cool to have it to show friends, to have it for these mini VR experiences, to have it to see where VR is going in the future. There's going to be like VR movies and films and experiences. So right now it's really just like a something you experience for like a 10 to 15 minute experience and show off to your friends and your family. But there's not really anything out that I would be like, you have to get a VR machine to play this game because this game's amazing. Nothing yet.
I agree.
If they come out with like an MMO for it, where like you're immersed completely.
Sword Art Online.
VR, yeah, Sword Art Online or Ready Player One, you just plug in, jack up.
Word.
It'll be awesome. But until then, nothing really worth going over. From
Manrat.
Manrat, he asks, have you guys tested or are going to test a build with the i9 processor? Absolutely. The i9 is basically the Threadripper version on the Intel side.
Yeah.
Again, extremely fast, powerful CPUs. Great for gaming, great for video editing, whatever you need it for. But they're pricey, man.
They're expensive.
They're
like
expensive.
That's really expensive.
But they're really good. But yes, we haven't had a chance to test them. Thermals on those are even better. They're just really good. Check them out. Check them all out.
So
Dark Moon.
Ooh, Dark Moon. Is there gonna be a build soon? I'm assuming a live build.
Yes. So our next live build, I can't announce it yet, but there are a few happening within the next few months. They're going to be pretty cool. We got some pretty exciting stuff planned. There's going to be a massive one that's going to rock your worlds.
Blow your mind.
And that's going to happen probably later in the year, but that's going to be huge. But upcoming, we have one for a giveaway. I can say it is for a giveaway. I can't say what the giveaway is, so stay tuned for that. There's going to be something that we're building that we're going to be giving away. Yeah. We're not going to give it away on the build. We're going to get to see it played with and all that stuff.
This last one. Eugene.
Okay. Eugene Krabs. Awesome name. Is a potato a good power supply? Sure, man.
Why not?
I mean, why not? It's a science experiment.
Sprinkles your donuts,
it's a science experiment I used to do when I was younger, is make potatoes into batteries. You remember doing that in science class? Those are good times.
Also dissecting the frogs.
Yes.
That's my nostalgic remembrance of science.
Up next, let's see who won Post of the Week.
Oh, that's right. Post of the Week.
Now for Post of the Week. Earlier this week, we asked you, the zombie apocalypse is on us. What is your weapon of choice?
There were so
Lots
good.
of you responded. We had really good responses this week. We picked the best Post of the Week, and that would be Valerie Van Melderen, who wrote a mouse and keyboard because I've been killing zombies for years with that. Totally feel you did, Valerie. I like it. She catered to her audience. And she
did.
knew the PC stuff
played to our heartstrings.
would go to us. Thank you, Valerie. That was a fantastic answer. We're going to be messaging you on Facebook and sending you your prize. It's either going to be some swag. We roll for it. We just kind of randomize it. It might be a digital game or it might be something else. We'll see. We'll see. So thank you so much. We're going to be contacting you shortly. Yeah, we might give you a zombie brain. Who knows? Thanks to everyone, and next week we got something Erica's going to talk about it now.
Yeah, so next week's topic is super exciting.
It's my favorite.
It is his favorite. He wouldn't stop talking about it, really. He wouldn't. So if you guys could assemble the greatest rock band of all time, who would the members be and what would you call it? If you could assemble the greatest rock band of all time, who would the members be and what would you call it? As with last time, use the hashtag OriginPCLive with your responses, and we'll be picking the post of the week for next week's episodes. I am looking for, like, some awesome Amazeballs creative bands. Like, I want...
And, okay, they don't have to be musicians. They don't have to be musicians. You can get completely creative with it. Choose video game characters.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Choose athletes. Choose actors. Choose mythical creatures.
I want to see Odell Beckham shredding.
I want to have, like, a griffin as a lead singer with, like, a minotaur on bass. And
minotaur on bass.
The Kraken on the drums.
No, don't listen. Shh, don't listen to him.
Tentacles.
No. Stop it. Stop. Shrek
on lead guitar.
Singing. No, Shrek singing.
Yeah. So make your own post or reply to our post and use the hashtag. You have to use the hashtag OriginPCLive or else we won't pick you, even if it's a phenomenal answer.
And we won't see
So make sure to use that hashtag. You can start posting right now.
Do it.
For those of you watching live, go on Twitter, think of something, post it, and next week we'll give you a prize.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for these.
I know. I'm really excited to see what the answers are going to be.
Our community
So that is it, my friends.
That's
it is Friday.
Finally.
The end is near. First, I want to thank, this is something we haven't done this, I want to thank all the people that have followed us.
Let's do that.
So if we can get that on screen real quick.
Producer, please. Please.
From Twitch, DGT. Oh, okay, we're scrolling down. We're starting at the bottom. All right, from Mixer, Missing LTTR, Potato 4 Days, from Twitch, Yotum, Mad Inc., Lemmy Crockers, Linda's Mayers,
LOL Man, QXN,
Nick Crompton 966, Peter 9941, Lol Man QXN,
Avery Vest, Marshmallow J, and on Mixer we got Fman 200, Mural Rhombus 724, Flying Champ, Hades, Sun 7, LMG Smurf. Thank you guys so much for those follows.
We got Taifu, Sure Scorpion, Akuro, Money Cloud, Jazzy Noop, Becca the Pickney, Tim 2006 Supra, Master G52, 6Katu.
I thought that said Siskato for a second. Like
Siskatu?
Never mind. I'm a Unicorn 22. Me too. Eams 174, XX Rude Thunder XX, Call of Duty 91162, DGT Maloney, Lee Hui,
Jalis 90, Eport Talu, Daniel T123, Ortho Lawyer 7379. Thank you guys so much.
Yay!
And also, for those of you that are wondering about a subscribe button, I forgot to mention this earlier, but 100% of our subscriptions, 100% of our donations, anything that we do here with money, 100% of the proceeds go directly to St. Jude.
Yeah.
So you're never required to do so, but know that if you do, it goes to a good place. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Love yourselves and love one another. And Lewis, producer, don't forget to mute us because the audio thing's not up. Roll the credits, baby!
Bye!
And pump them.